Hello and welcome to the Johnny and KP show. Unfortunately, Johnny's not here tonight. He's not feeling very well, so he's incapacitated at home. I couldn't get George to fill in either, so everyone's stuck here with me. But so, like I said, hopefully you enjoy my company and we can make it a pretty good show. Who we got in the chat? We got the big man in the chat. We got Johnny in the chat. How you doing, boys? Oh no. All right. All right. Well, since I don't have anyone to ask questions, I guess we just get straight into it. So there's a few things we can talk about. Chris laughing. There's a few things we can talk about. So Man United's game tomorrow in the morning has been postponed because of, well, they're saying because of the C word outbreak, but I think only a few members of the squad have actually caught the virus. It was Man United put a thing into the FA saying, asking if the game could be postponed because they couldn't train yesterday. So, I mean, in saying that, I'm actually surprised that the FA said yes to them and said, like, let them postpone the game, because now in doing that, I think every team is going to turn around and go, hey, we didn't get a chance to train because of we've had an outbreak, etc., etc. So we want to postpone a game, and I think the Christmas period is really going to get chucked in to into turmoil now. And I actually believe by the new year we're going to be playing behind closed doors again. So I mean, I hope that's not the case. You know, fans are the lifeblood of football. I hope it's not the case that we're playing behind closed doors again, but it's looking that way. It's really looking that way. The other thing we can talk about is, the big man has said, sorry, like, share, subscribe. To everyone watching, please, if you haven't like the video, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't done all that, please do so. Really helps us, helps the algorithm out, helps our channel out. It's, you know, it's what keeps us going, what gets us really going. You know, we need those likes, we need those subscriptions, I should say. But yeah, the other thing we can talk about is the Champions League draw was last night. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. I don't know when a team like I'm a United fan. I actually disagree with that. You know, like, obviously we're United fans. I disagree with the FA letting them say, like, when you have a new manager, say some Ole gets the sack like he did, a new manager comes in, he didn't get a chance to train the team. Man United didn't turn around to the FA and say, hey, we want to postpone this match because we didn't get to train yesterday. Well, that's. I actually don't think United are going to play for 2 weeks now, because I think Brighton have had a similar outbreak, and I think they're going to turn around because we're playing them on the weekend and say, oh, we didn't get to train, you got to postpone it. And the FA have put themselves in a muddle now. They'll have to say yes. And then we don't play till 9 days after that against Newcastle or something. So we're not going to play for 2 weeks, I don't think, which is really bad for the guys. You know, we got a new coach coming in, trying to put in a new game plan, a new style of play, which is we know is pressing, energetic, and it's going to set us back. I think it's really going to set us back. These 2 3 weeks that we've been building under Ranić with this new style of play, in reality, we haven't really been playing that well. But, we've been getting the points on the board, and it's probably due to the fact that. Oh, sorry about that. That was a phone not on silent. Probably due to the fact that the boys are getting used to a new style of play, whereas they've been Ollie ball for 3 years, which has been. I hate using the words that they use, but I'm not going to say pragmatic. It's been a defensive style of play, slow. That was Ollie's game. Slow, slow, slow. And Johnny, you're exactly right. The fixtures are going to pile up. And yeah, where are we going to make up these games? We know that the World Cup is coming. It's going to be a short break anyway next year. So I don't know. It's if I was the players, I would have wanted to play. I don't know about you guys. I would have just wanted to play. Like, who cares about the training? Oh, okay, we didn't get to test set pieces for Brentford. Like, big deal. Just I would have played the game, and I really think it's hard luck for Donny van der Beek because apparently all the news coming out from Manchester is that Luke Shaw was going to start for Tellers and Donny van der Beek was going to start, and now he's not going to get that start. He probably won't get the start next game either now because someone will be back, someone will be fit. He's like out of luck, the poor guy. I really feel for him. I just, would I want him to get that start. Good run in the team. Like he's got the World Cup coming up now, and he's nowhere to be seen. Van Gaal ain't picking him, and now like he's either got to put in his head, listen, do I move in January or do I stay, try get some games under Ranić, or do I go? Yeah, exactly, free Donny. Like he's thinking now, do I stay or do I go in January so I can make the World Cup? Like he's 23, 24. Arguably, he's a centre midfielder. Another 2 World Cups in him after this one. Like, he doesn't want to miss that. Like, the Holland weren't in the last World Cup. Like, man, if I was him, I just want to play so I can make that World Cup squad. I'd be knocking on Ranić's door. I'd be like, listen, can you tell me I'm going to play? And if he can't promise me that, I'll say, listen, loan me. Please do something, sort out a deal so I can get my career back on track. I really feel for him. It's such a bad thing for him. But we'll touch on the game a little bit first. So we played Norwich on, I believe it was Sunday night, and I mean Johnny's in the comments. He can comment. I don't know. Not much has changed. Like, I put it in our heading. Like, so Ronaldo scored. It was a penalty, but it was a cracker, absolute cracker penalty. Ronaldo scored, and David De Gea was immense, like absolutely immense. Like it was next level how good he actually was. Like some of the saves he made one save down to his right. Johnny or keeper, you can say it was crazy, and it wasn't the fact that he got down to the header and saved. It was how far he pushed the ball, and I just think we are lucky or we just think that we had a world class player at the top of the pitch and a world class player in goals. That's what I think. Like I don't know about you what you think, but I think De Gea's getting back to that form of where he's one of the top keepers in the world. That's what I believe. He had that blip and now he's really getting back to that. He's one of those. He's top, I think, at the moment. Like shot stopping is next level for him. Sorry about that. But yeah, in a lot of the other aspects, I think if Norwich were, not going to say if they had a good striker, because they got Pookie, who is a very capable striker. If they a bit more ruthless, maybe someone like him, that they could have put us to the sword. Like for me, De Gea's player of the year already. Like I don't think anyone can take that from him already. Like we're halfway through the season, he's kept us in. Like yeah, I totally agree. He's showing why he's world class. He's showing what had him, why he was once considered the best keeper in the world. He's building back to being in that top echelon of keepers, top 5. Whereas right now he's up there again. I think he's doing real well. People might say we're biased, but is he's playing so good. Just the one thing I can't work out is I want Ranić to change it. Like why is he still picking the same squad Ole picked? I can't, it's like it's so weird. We knew we were struggling with that team. Now it sort of paints the players in a bad light because it's like, were they not playing for him now at all? Because or were was he just not good enough? Like, because we're getting results with pretty much the same team. Yeah, definitely he is top five. We're getting results with pretty much the same team, but we're scraping them. Like, I think if we we're playing top teams still at the moment, we'd be struggling. Like, I think a Liverpool or a City come to town still. I still think yeah, they give us a bit of a lesson. Like, I don't know. It's when you get a new manager bounce. Like I want a new manager bounce for Ole lasted for 11 games. He won 11 games on the trot. A new manager bounce for Ranić lasted 30 minutes in his first game when we played real well in that first half. We didn't score a goal, and we got lucky again. It's like his new manager bounce lasted 30 minutes. Which is crazy. Like you're expecting these players to be wanting to show him what they're all about. Like, and that just goes for trainings, games. Like, it's just, yeah, just Johnny saying same team, different formation. I expected more of Donny, but I'm waiting. But the thing is, Johnny, like we're saying, we expect more from him. But is that his fault? Like, when he's not getting a chance to show it. Remember in Ole's last game for Watford, he came on for 20 minutes. He was the best player on the pitch, and I thought this is him. He's making a point, and it just never amounted for him. But ultimately, we got the result. Can they win the league? Nah, big man. United cannot win the league. Like, not at all. There's no other way I can put it. It's just they can't. It's just if they had have had a better coach from the preseason and they got a preseason under him, not just he's come in now. I think they could have pushed for a title challenge. I'm not saying they could have won it, but when you got, like I said, Degea in goals, you got Rafael Varane at the back, he's a world class defender. You got Ronaldo up top, who is arguably the best goal scorer in the world still. He's me and Johnny are talking about it earlier. The thing about Ronaldo is if he doesn't score at the moment, he doesn't really offer you much. But the thing is, he's pretty much scoring every game, so he's giving you that. He's saying, "Listen, I'm doing this. You guys got to lift. You got to defend better. You got to do this because I'm scoring goals. I'm carrying the team. Like he's our leading goal scorer I think by 8 goals. He's got 13, and closest to him is 5 goals. So he's already been a success. He's gonna, barring anything happens to him, he's definitely gonna score 25 plus. Like it's a given already. Like I just don't see how he can't. And I mean, when you got a player like that in your team, he's coming to win titles. And like, if I was him that age, he'd be, right now he wants to win a title. That's it. He doesn't have many years left, like at that age. But what do you do? What do you do? It's just we got to keep playing out the game. Hopefully, we make top four. Like Johnny predicted that he thinks we're going to make top four on the last show, and I think we will now. And I think we had Rob in the chat, and he said with Ranić, he predicts United will make top four as well. So hopefully the game plan gets going and they get some momentum. We're lucky we've had these fixtures where we've been able to test. We've had, with all due respect to them, Palace, Norwich, we've got Brentford, which is postponed tomorrow, then Brighton, then Newcastle. And with all due respect to them, Man United should be beating those teams. Like there's no ifs or buts about it. There's always these games. Anyone can beat anyone on any day, but Manchester United should be beating those teams. No ifs, buts, or maybes. Like that's it. So hopefully we can build some momentum now, and yeah, I agree. Top four, but not top three. Totally. I agree. I think the top three is done. It's settled. I think Liverpool, it's gonna hurt them that the two boys are going for the AFCON, like the African Nations Cup. Like they're gonna lose Salah, Mane, Keita, I think, is going as well. So they're going to lose some players. And City are going to lose Mahrez, but I mean, their squad is so big, like they can cover him. I'm trying to think if they're going to lose anyone else. I don't think so, but like, they can cover him. Liverpool, I think, losing Salah and Mane together is going to be very interesting. Like, it's going to be interesting. I'll tip City to win the title. That would be me. I'll tip City to win the title. Liverpool second, I reckon. I think they still will make second. I don't think Chelsea, to me, are just not ruthless enough. If they get ruthless, I think they paid 95 million for Lukaku. If he can get to what we know Lukaku can do and just ruthless, they can really challenge for it. But at the moment, they're not doing that. The other night they beat Leeds, Jorginho 2 penalties. Like that's a scrape through. So yeah, I'm gonna say City at this moment, but I think they're saying Newcastle. Johnny's saying when's Varane gonna be back? I think Newcastle. They don't. Ranić has pretty much said he doesn't want to do what Ole did and rush players back. So they're saying Newcastle is probably the goer for him. So it will be good to see him back. I mean, he's the best defender we've had in the squad for a long time. Probably since Vidic and Ferdinand have left, he's been the best centre back we've actually had in the squad. So it'll be so good to see him back. He's an immense player. And, I can't wait to see him back. He's like a Rolls Royce, like he is a Rolls Royce in the field. It just looks like he's running and he's quick, but it's like he's not, it's like effortless, he's a class player. But in saying that, like we said, Johnny said, we got lucky against Norwich. Like I said, you've always need a bit of luck. It goes into a bit of luck and the fact that we got better players than them. When it comes down to it, Manchester United have got, like, Ronaldo's worth more than Norwich's whole club. So, that says it all. Like, we have better players than them. We should be beating them. So, you got world-class keeper that kept us in it, which shouldn't be saying that. Like, I just don't think we can play that bad again. But we've said that a lot of times, and that was under Ole. It's a new manager now. I just think the thing that's getting me the most is every time he's there, and I don't know, Johnny, what you think about this. Every time he's there, Ranić's there, McKenna in his ear. And I'm sorry, man. Who the fuck is McKenna? Like, Carrick he was man enough to walk. He walked. He knew it was not just Ole. So he did the club a favour, managed those 3 games, and stepped down. Mike Phelan's been nowhere to be seen, so he's probably going to do the same thing. Why? And McKenna's there, acting like he's the best assistant manager in the world, in Ranić's ear all the time, and I hate it. I want Ranić to get his own person in and be done with McKenna. Like, please, get him. I don't want him anywhere near the first team. He just has no right to be there in my eyes. and it really annoys me that he's there, giving him. Yeah, agreed. See, you notice it too. Like, he's sitting there talking to him. Who's McKenna, man? And Fletcher is our director of football, and he's on the sideline. Go back to the office, man. Just because you played for the club doesn't mean, you played for the club and you're Scottish doesn't make you Alex Ferguson. Go back into your office, do your role as football director or whatever they've given you, your boys club role, and get off the sidelines, man, because you're not doing anything for us. But in saying that, let's just hope Ranić gets his people in, and we just start playing better. It's not about not even worried about. I just want the results. I just want us to play better. It's like, when you watch your team, you want to enjoy it, and I mean, it's been so long that we haven't enjoyed watching our team on a consistent basis. Like, we've enjoyed watching United against Leeds because we smash them, against Southampton because we smashed them, against PSG, and this is a handful of games in 8 years. Like, Van Gaal was boring, Mourinho was boring. Right at the start, remember those few games with Mourinho, ripped all these teams 4-0 and then we just went defensive. It was boring. Ole was boring once he became permanent manager. It's like boring. We used to get up all hours of the morning here where we are, watch United when Sir Alex Ferguson was manager and love it. Like just love watching it. It was so exciting. It was never give in. It was, like you just loved it. Like it was so good to watch. Now it's not going to say it's hard to watch your team, but it's just it's not as fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, that's what I was going to get into next, Johnny. Yeah, the Champions League draw. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. So, the Champions League draw. I was watching it live last night. I was actually watching United Stan do the draw live. And they were going through the draw. And then Mark goes, they've put Man United's name in a pot that it's not meant to go in. And they pulled out Man United's name and then they said Man City against Benfica, I think, whoever they got the first time round. And Mark was like, what's going on here? And then in the Villarreal pot, no, the Atletico Madrid plot, sorry, they didn't put Man United's ball in there. And they pulled out Bayern Munich for Atletico Madrid. And it was them. We obviously got PSG. And it wasn't actually us that kicked up the biggest fuss. It was Atletico Madrid because they got Bayern and they said, listen, the draw was invalid because of what you did with Man United. And to me, it stinks of corruption. I think they were trying to set it up to get Ronaldo versus Messi, like PSG versus Man United. And then about 2 hours later, a redraw happened and whatever happened, Liverpool will be a little bit upset because they got Salzburg the first time. But like, listen, even being a United fan, like, I empathise a bit with Liverpool because they got the easiest draw, Salzburg, and now they got Inter, but Liverpool is still better than Inter. I mean, it's a little bit harder, not as easy as Salzburg, let's say, but they should win. Man City end up getting an easier draw. Man City's draws are so rigged, it's not funny. It's like they're doing everything in their power to let Guardiola win another Champions League without Messi. And he still can't do it. Like, they gave them Benfica, and then they get Sporting. Like, and then, in the FA Cup, Man City get Rotherham and, these Div 1 teams and League 2 teams, and they just get the easiest draws, and we always get the hardest draws. We've played PSG 4 times, I think, in 2 years. We had them in a group. We've had them in a knockout stage. Then they draw us against them again. Messi, Ronaldo. The most rigged thing ever. And then it all gets redone. We get Atletico Madrid, which is still a very hard draw. Like, no two ways about it. It's a real hard draw, but in my opinion, it's easier than PSG. I don't know what you think, Johnny. You can comment on that. It's a real hard draw, but it is easier than PSG. Like, I would rather go up against has been like Griezmann and those blokes than go up against Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. That's me, like Suarez is struggling at the moment. Griezmann's struggling. They're struggling. They're fourth in the La Liga, and the La Liga is not, it's not what it was. Whereas PSG have arguably got the best player in the world. They've arguably got 3 of the top 5 players in the world. Like, and they're all playing up front for them. They've got Donnarumma in goals, who's, one of the best keepers in the world. He won the golden ball at the Euros. They got Hakimi at right back. I forget who's left back. They got Kimpembe. They got, options at centre back. Ramos if he's fit. Their midfield, they got so many players. Verratti, Draxler, Idrissa Gana Gueye. They got so many players. Like, and then, you look up front. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria. They got Icardi is even there still. Like, they got so many players. Like, it's just, I'm glad we got Atletico. A bit of a Ronaldo versus Simeone again, like last year when they had beat Juventus 2-0 and then, Ronaldo's done and he scored a hat-trick in the second leg, got him through. It's got a bit of that about it, which I really like. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. We're saying, Johnny, we always get shit draws, and City always get the easiest draws. I don't know. I don't know what you think about this. It is easier than PSG, in my opinion, it's a little bit easier. It's still a hard draw. Like they're gonna come. We know what Simeone is gonna do. He's gonna sit. He's gonna be defensive. He's gonna sit back. Just two low blocks. But like I said, Ronaldo, I think the best record he's got against a club in Spain is against Atletico. So that's another bonus for us. We got till February to get our team right for that. Like hopefully we can get flying and we can just rip them. Really, that'd be good. I mean, I don't know about you. What are you predicting that? Do you think we'll get through, Johnny? Do you think we will get through to the quarterfinals? Listen, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to say I think we will. What I don't get about the draw is, like, they do all this stuff, it muddles it up, like all this confusion happened. What I don't get is that in the round of 16, I don't know why they don't let teams from the same country play each other. They should just, once you're out of the group stages, you should not be allowed to play, this is my opinion, you should not be allowed to play someone that's from your group, but then you should be able to play anyone else. Get all the firsts in one bowl. Don't let them play anyone from their group. Get all the seconds. Can't play anyone the first group. And then draw them, So if Liverpool finished second, let's say, which they didn't, but let's just say Liverpool finished second, Man City finished first, they can draw each other in the round of 16. Who cares? Like, just let it happen. It's meant to be the Champions League. Like, stop trying to save these games for later down the road, and then let them play each other. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. It's just, it's weird how they do the draws. Yeah, I think we can too, John. I think we can. I think we can get through. It's going to be tough. Not going to say it's not going to be tough, but they're going to be defensive. Reborn, how you going, man? Johnny's in the chat tonight, man. He's not feeling well at all. So yeah, hope you enjoy my company. I said it. It's here. We're just talking about the debacle of the Champions League draw. Now, you're a Liverpool fan. Well, tell us what you think, man. You just went from Salzburg to Inter, whereas I still think Liverpool go through fairly easy. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, which I'd be a bit upset if I was a Liverpool fan. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, listen, I still think they're way better than Inter, Johnny. I honestly think they're still going to get through. Like, Liverpool are one of the top 2-3 teams in the world at the moment. They're, it pains me to say, I always say it, but, effectively, Salzburg could have caused people headaches. We don't know, but I still see Liverpool going through fairly easy. Like, the team that I think is spewing is Madrid. Madrid had Benfica, and now they got PSG. And I actually think that was rigged too. Like I say, UEFA have got it in for Madrid at the moment because they're the ringleaders of the Super League. The minute there had to be a redraw, what did they do? We'll give PSG to them because we don't care about Madrid. And that's what it is. It's like the whole draw just seems rigged to me. It's looks like Man City always get looked after. Like, they always get looked after. I don't know if that's just United bias. I'm saying that, but they do. Or even that's just in the FA Cup. Like, Reborn can comment too. They always get looked after. Like, Liverpool and United don't get draws like City. Liverpool and United usually get fair draw. Like, you see now, Liverpool got Inter. It's much harder than Sporting Lisbon. Like, Man City got 2 easy draws both times. Now, I agree, Reborn. If I was a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't fear anyone. Like, I mean, listen, I wouldn't want to play. If I didn't have to play Bayern Munich, I wouldn't want to play them if I was anyone. Like, they're top notch, but I think it's between Liverpool, City, Munich, and PSG. I think them 4 teams can win it. I think PSG will probably dispatch Madrid. That's my opinion. I know what you boys think. I think PSG will dispatch of Real Madrid. Probably fairly easy too. I think they'll do them. City are definitely going to smash Sporting. Liverpool will get past Inter. Bayern Munich end up, I don't know, they got one of the easiest draws. Who'd they get now? They got Benfica. So they're going to smash that too. Like, they got an easy run. The hard one on paper is for PSG. They got Madrid, but I think they're actually better than them at the moment. I mean, that prediction could all blow up in my face, and you guys could be laughing at me. But I don't know. You guys can put your predictions there. United, I think, can get past Atletico, and I'm going to say they will. Chelsea will beat Lille, so Chelsea will go through to the next round. And listen, they can win it too. Obviously, sorry, I forgot them. They won it last year, so they're definitely capable of winning it. So probably 5 teams there that I think can win it. Listen, United could win it. Anyone can win it that's in it, but those 5 teams I think are the best place to win it. But I don't know. Like, what's the other games? Ajax. I'll get that up. Not sure. Champions League draw, because to be honest, I wouldn't want Ajax either. I think. All right, so it's PSG, Real Madrid, Sporting, Man City. Like I said, Man City get the easiest draw into Liverpool. So it's away. Liverpool away first game. Bayern ended up getting Salzburg. Sorry, not Benfica. They're gonna dispatch them. Chelsea, Lille, Villarreal, Juventus. Juventus, you would think, do Villarreal in. They top their group. Atletico Madrid, United, and then Benfica, Ajax, and I think Ajax will win that too. So, and then after that, it's anybody's game. You can get anyone, can't you? So, most of the big teams, they'll be wanting the winner of the Benfica Ajax game. That would be me if I'm the huge club. Like United, we once were. If I'm that big team and you win, you get through, you'll be wanting the winner of the Benfica Ajax game. That's what I think. It's because I think the other ones are all, PSG, Madrid, could be up in the air. Man City definitely beating Sporting, in my opinion. Bayern definitely through. Liverpool going to beat Inter. Chelsea will beat Lille. Juventus beat Villarreal. And then Atletico United is a bit, it's probably 50-50. That's, I don't know. PSG will beat Madrid. Ramos will get sent off. But you know what? That's if he even plays. The guy hasn't played a game yet. He's getting this huge pay pack. He hasn't featured yet. But it's like in a script that Messi and Mbappe are going to smash them, isn't it? Because Mbappe, wants to go there. And you think he's going to show them, listen to what I'm about, so you stump up the money for me. And Messi hates Madrid, doesn't he? Because he's a Barcelona. I know he plays for BSG, but he is a Barcelona boy. That's him. He's Barcelona through and through, regardless of who he plays for. So, and he does smash them. He's smashed them on how many occasions? Like, the guy's a freak, like as Mbappe is. Like, and I see them winning too. I don't know about what Johnny thinks. I see them winning. But yeah, that's my predictions. Definitely Liverpool go through. Reborn is saying hey to Chris. Chris there in the chat. Chris is, for reasons that I can't divulge in, he can't talk too much in the chat, but he is there. There's some he's at work, whatever, he's got us in the background, he's there, he's watching us, he's supporting. Johnny is sick, but he's there in the chat. He's good. He's here in spirit. I put the Christmas trees out for everyone. Can anyone tell me, do they like the Christmas trees? Just off topic for a second. What do you think of these Christmas trees? Please. No one has commented on them. I'm so, I'm here by myself. I put these Christmas trees out. Didn't get a comment for the Christmas trees. Yeah, John agrees. Agrees with us about the P. Pretty much agreeing with us with the results. But listen, I want United to go through, obviously. I want United to win it. They're definitely not going to win the league. FA Cup, Champions League, that's what we're in for. You like them? Thanks, Johnny, man. I think when you're back and we got our 2 heads, I'll put them up there if it's still the Christmas period. Just have them a few little... I'm going to put that Christmas tree on our podcast on Thursday with me and the big man right in the middle. So we're like talking and there's this little Christmas tree there. It's just, looking good. Christmas vibes. It's feeling the Christmas spirit. Where's the presents? I'm the present. I'm here. I'm talking to you. I'm wrapped right in the middle. See? You know what I mean? Hey, talking about presents. That's the best. Talking about presents. Next Tuesday, we are going to be doing a HFD podcast, and we're going to be doing a Chris Kringle show. So live on the show, we're gonna draw out of a hat. Me, Johnny, Jim, and the big man. And we're all gonna buy Uber for the person we draw out of the hat. We're gonna order food, and it's gonna be a Chris Kringle live on during our podcast. So, Reborn, are you laughing that I said we want to win the Champions League? Listen, cup competitions are easier to win than the league. Like that's what we've got to go for. United have to go for that. We've got a new manager now. We've got one of the most successful players in the history of the competition in our team. Two of them, actually. Sorry, we've got Varane as well. He's won it 4 times. Ronaldo's won it 5 times. We've got these players with winning mentalities there. They know what it's about. So we definitely got a better chance of winning the Champions League than we do winning the Premier League. But like I said, I think Liverpool, City, Bayern Munich, PSG, and Chelsea are the front runners. And, when you got 5 teams in a cup competition that are ahead of you, it's making it hard for you from the get-go. But, and then you've even got Juventus in there, Juventus can come good. They got Allegri. They could come good again. They did top their group. So, I mean, you got to be wary of them. Like, just sticking the knife in there, aren't you, Reborn? But, we forgive you. Like I said, nicest Liverpool fan I've ever met. But, listen, by no means am I saying we are going to win it, but we definitely can. Like that's my opinion. Like, we're there, so we can win it. But, yeah, those 5 teams are definitely streets ahead of us at the moment. If United get on a good run, obviously the game has been postponed in the morning, and I think more games are going to get postponed over the Christmas period. I believe by New Year's, I don't know what you think, Reborn, you're over there. I think by the new year, we'll be playing games behind closed doors again. So you can comment on that for us. If you can comment, I don't know what you think. I do think games will be behind closed doors again. And that might actually make it better for United. Without the fan pressure, get some momentum with the new manager, get playing good again, get some confidence. Hopefully go to Anfield, beat Liverpool 5-0, a bit of revenge. I even laughed saying that. But, it's United CL champions, Reborn. Johnny's saying watch this space. What we were talking about it earlier, Reborn. What are your thoughts on the AFCON Cup coming and you boys losing Mane and Salah for that period? And what's saying that they come back and haven't caught the C word and got to isolate or something? Shit is getting a bit worrying. Yeah, I've heard it's I think it'll be behind closed doors again soon. The games will be behind closed doors. It's obviously all this stuff is happening, and not just in England, around the world. It's causing some headaches and that. But listen, I hope they're not. The fans are the lifeblood of football. Like everyone always says that. It's a fact. You eat your hat what when they got to go to the AFCON Cup? Is that what you're saying? Because I'd be spewing if say if that was United and we knew for a fact we're losing Degea and Ronaldo at the same time for a month, I'll be spewing. And like say they're losing Mane, Salah. I think that's why I think it might be City's year again. That's going to hurt Liverpool a bit. But, Klopp is a great manager. He'll get them going. It's just, sometimes it doesn't come down to how good of a manager you are. It's sometimes, you just got those players like you got Salah that's just world class. Maybe Origi can do it for a game 2 games. He can't do it every game like Salah does. I don't care what anyone says. He can't do that. Like he comes off the bench because it's not as much pressure, And some people thrive coming off the bench. It's starting is a whole different ballgame. The pressure's on you. The pressure's on, and the pressure's going to be on him because Salah and Mane, either whoever it is, pretty much score a goal every game. So he's going to have so much pressure on him. But this, they're still going to be in the top 2, I think. United, I think, will finish 4th. And like I said, Johnny's put it here. Hopefully we get the Champions League, FA Cup, we can have a Europe and Cup double, and I'll be celebrating, and it will be happy times for United fans. We haven't had too many happy times in recent times, but yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys. But I've pretty much touched on everything. I'm trying to think now. I've touched on the postponed game, which I think is probably going to be another postponed game on Saturday because Brighton are going to ask for the same thing. I don't think we play for like 2 weeks till we play Newcastle. Go on the following weekend, so don't know how much that hurts us. I think it will a bit. You need fitness because they're not going to let him train now because Carrington's on lockdown. On quarantine, sorry, not lockdown. So they're not going to let him train. It's weird. But yeah, so we've touched on that. We've touched on the debacle of the Champions League draw. We spoke about that. We spoke about the Norwich game. We spoke about De Gea's absolutely ridiculous performance and how he's just getting back to top form. We spoke about Ronaldo scoring again. He's got 13 goals now, which is, on a team that isn't scoring much, he's doing his job. I don't know what else there is. We spoke about Ranić. We spoke about McKenna being on the sidelines. Don't like that. Johnny agreed. It's not a good look. This guy is so inexperienced, giving in Ranić's ear all the time. It's just not a good look at all. But yeah, I think we've pretty much touched on everything. I don't know if there's anything anyone wants to say anything anyone wants to say in the chat. Do so now. Stick around for a little bit longer and interact in the chat for a bit. Oh, Reborn says without De Gea, we'd be in a mess. We'd be. Because how the year's been, it pains me to think where we'd be without him this year. And the English media are always ripping him, and it's because it's an agenda. They want Dean Henderson to play for England, so they're ripping De Gea, whereas he's nowhere near De Gea. And most Man United fans know that, and they accept that. Listen, he had a bad 18 months, but like last year, Alisson had a bad year. Like he was chucking goals in, and no one jumped on him. And he had a rough year, but he's back to it now, isn't he? Like that, that he's back to it. He's proving why he's such a good keeper, De Gea. But we'd be some of the games. He's made some ridiculous saves. Like, even pains me to think the City game when we lost 2-0, it would have been 5-0 Liverpool and 6-7 to City if De Gea didn't play. He made some ridiculous saves that game. So, yeah, there's some. I didn't want to think about it. You know why? Don't have to think about it because he's with us, and I'm so happy that he's our keeper. Yeah, I've always liked De Gea. I think Johnny's always liked him. He struggled at the start. Me and Johnny, that picture that's in our background at the moment, De Gea, it was his first year there. Story about the game, it was his first year. Me and John were there watching. Well, it was live. It was his first year at Old Trafford, and he actually got dropped for that game. What was his name? Lindegaard was playing because De Gea was being real weak from crosses, and Fergie took him out of the limelight, dropped him for a few games, put Lindegaard in, and then De Gea just came back and he was immense. Like, from then on, he went from a 5-6 year run of just being amazing, like absolutely amazing. And yeah, it's funny now looking at that picture in the background, that I remember that he got dropped there. Yeah, it was funny. Me and we were losing it that day. Yeah, it was. I got to go back there soon. Once I'm allowed to go back, we'll definitely be going back. But yeah, if there's nothing else anyone wants to say in the chat, that's probably it, guys. It's been defensive. Reborn says defense is like in Colander. They're making him look so good. He's the busiest. Oh, he is. Oh, I think he's already our player of the year. Reborn. He's already our player. I don't think anyone can actually take that from him. It's him or Ronaldo. Like as the year will go on, he's gonna keep playing well. Ronaldo's gonna keep scoring goals. They're the two. They're our two best players. Like it's Varane's been injured. Rashford's not pulling up trees. Sancho's not pulling up trees. McFred, I don't know. What can I say? They've played like 3 good games, and it's been since Ranić came in. Fred's been better. McTominay's still been really bad. But yeah, I just want to see a change. I want to see Donny and Fred, I reckon I want to see. And Pogba's coming back in the new year, but he's going to sign with another club in January. I think Ranić should not play him. I mean, I know it's so easy to sit here and say that, but I just think we should be done with him. You know what? Just you're done, mate. See ya. You're done with like just be done with him. I don't know. Like it's just frustrates me so much. The guy could be so good. I think Johnny touched on it one show. Like when you've got to say he's world class on his day, that means he's not world class because he's not consistent. So yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. That's gonna be it for me. No one that's hopefully we've touched on everything. Johnny's saying great show. He'll be back next week. Johnny will be feeling better next week. We'll be back again live next Monday. Thanks for coming. Reborn, thanks for being here, man. Thanks everyone for watching. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Oh, bring up wrong overlay then we brought up. Accidentally brought George's overlay up. But yeah, so like, share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys.